Hundreds of dual passport holders, Americans, and dozens of injured Palestinians were allowed to leave Gaza today. This after Israeli airstrikes destroyed apartments in a populated area for the second day.
Meantime, a junior at Cornell University was charged yesterday for making online threats to Jewish students. NBC's Alice Barr with the story.
Signs of hope amid the devastation today as hundreds of foreign nationals and critically injured civilians flooded through the Rafah border crossing from Gaza into Egypt, the first to make it out since the start of Israel's war with Hamas. Among the evacuees, fewer than 10 Americans, according to U.S. officials.
Working nonstop to get Americans out of Gaza as soon and as safely as possible.
It is Hamas that is preventing many people from leaving their homes, from leaving Gaza. In itself, we need more people to be able to get out safely.
It comes amid growing outrage over an Israeli airstrike that hit parts of a refugee camp in northern Gaza. A nearby Hamas-run hospital says dozens were killed, hundreds wounded, though NBC News cannot independently verify those numbers. Israel acknowledging it carried out a significant strike that it says targeted and killed a senior Hamas leader involved in the brutal October 7th terror attack. As Israel presses its ground forces deeper into Gaza, the White House is pushing for more military aid to Israel, part of a $105 billion package that includes money for Ukraine, Taiwan, and the U.S. southern border. The new Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson wants to pass Israel aid on its own, offset by IRS cuts, though the Congressional Budget Office says that would add to the deficit.
Only in Washington, when you cut spending, do they call it an increase in the deficit.
Meanwhile, the U.S. Attorney General is promising no tolerance for anti-Semitic and Islamophobic violence and threats as a Cornell University student makes his first court appearance today on charges he made anti-Semitic threats against fellow students. The White House is forcefully pushing back against separating aid to Israel from support for Ukraine, arguing they're part of the same broader fight to hold bad actors accountable and keep this country safe. A number of high-profile Republican lawmakers agree. From the White House, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Concern for their safety has some Jewish communities arming themselves. NBC's Sam Brock spoke with some new gun owners about why they're taking more extreme measures to stay safe. Sam, how is demand for gun ownership growing? Is there a specific group that is leading this trend?
Yeah, so Annabelle, what we're seeing right now, at least anecdotally, both in the South Florida area where I am and also in Los Angeles where you are, is that there has been a surge in demand of people looking not just to buy firearms, but also to be trained. Now, there's no database at this point that will clearly delineate this, but what we are seeing, at least according to one gun owner that I spoke with here in Miami, is that it went from about 1 or 2 classes every single week to 1 or 2 classes a day, which is to say there's been about a 7-fold increase. He says the firearms sales have doubled since October 7th, since those brutal attacks from Hamas. And then in Los Angeles as well, we spoke with a rabbi that runs a more holistic program that is security and firearms and training. And what he told me is that they are underwater right now, some 600+ phone calls a week. That was last week, that they had a couple hundred people show up at a training session just a couple of days ago, and that right now they are just trying to tread water with all of the demand from people. And the profile, Annabelle, is maybe not what you would expect. You have parents and adults, also grandparents who are out there, people that are in their 70s and 80s, trying to learn how to use a firearm and decide if they're capable of using it, simply because right now they feel so threatened with the anti-Semitism, the flames fanning right now all of these cities across the country, which you're seeing on college campuses and certainly in neighborhoods all over the U.S. They are so concerned that these parents and grandparents are taking action.
So, Sam, how do the people you spoke with balance reticence toward a deadly weapon with a desire for security?
With great difficulty, and I think, Annabelle, a good example of this would be a conversation I had with a mom. She has 3 younger children, about the fact that she says, I feel vulnerable as a woman, and if I'm walking down the street and someone does accost me, what am I supposed to do? Use my stroller? And it's just this sense of defenselessness that they don't necessarily want to own a firearm. This woman, Michelle, you'll hear from her tonight, said she's still not sure she can go through with this, but she's so far gotten this far because she's just worried about the safety of her family. When she hears from neighbors that there is graffiti popping up around them that says free Gaza and death to Jews, and some people are receiving death threat notes underneath their door, it's sort of a bridge that has just been crossed. And she said, you know, I thought about gun ownership over the course of years, especially as a parent, but nothing had pushed me through that threshold yet. And now I'm finally there.
Yeah, those changes were